Kia ora te whānau, I'm Will.
And I'm Justin.
And today we've got an active hip flow for you. So not only an opportunity to create space in the hips, but to really strengthen and build stability as well. So we'll be exploring some different variations or expressions of the poses, so you can either follow Justin or me, depending how you feel today. Let's go. Let's come to the back of our mats and find a child's pose. Maybe big toes together, knees wide, reach the arms forward, melting the hips towards the heels. Maybe the head rests on the ground. You can take any movements that feel good here, maybe rocking the hips side to side. And you always have the option to rest the head on the hands, if that feels better for you today. Actively press the hands into the floor, sinking a little further back with the hips. And we're going to find a twist in our child's pose. So right hand draws back towards the knee, press the ground away, revolving the chest right, shoulders down. Squaring the chest and then reaching the hand forward. Let's go to the back. Left hand draws down, push away, center the chest, and back to center. Let's breathe into this one. Right hand, inhale, hand comes back. Exhale, push away, lifting a little higher. Inhale, chest squares. Exhale, reach the hand. One more time to the back, breathing in. Exhale, push away, heart revolves. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach forward. Strong press into the ground. Use that to toe your body up to find a tabletop. Knees below hips, hands below shoulders. Any sensitivity in the wrists, walk the hands a little further forward. Let's find a few rounds of cat-cow to warm up the spine. Inhale, neutral spine here. Exhale, cat pose, tuck chin and tailbone. Inhale, stretch the belly, look forward for cow pose. Exhale, navel to spine, back to cat. Few rounds here in your own time. Justin and I will find our own rhythm. You can find your own rhythm too. Noticing how the spine feels today. You can move a little faster or slower, depending what you need. When you finish your next round, finding a neutral spine, lift the right knee, finding circles with the hips here. Pressing through the hands. And it doesn't matter how big these circles are. Bring your awareness to all those muscles around the hips. Reversing directions when you're ready. And see if you can keep the body still, just moving the hips. Placing that knee down, we'll find our circles on the other side. When you're ready, circling left knee one way. And reversing other direction. Keeping that steady breath. And then reach this left leg long behind you. Inhale. Exhale, think knee to nose, stepping the foot forward, coming into our low lunge. Inhale, hands reach to sky. Hold for the exhale, tucking the tailbone. Now hands can stay lifted, come to heart or hips, your choice. We're just going to rock the hips forward and back. Hips can come forward and then coming up and back into our hamstring stretch. Straighten the legs, maybe reach the hands behind or use support. Inhale, drop the hips forward, opening through that right hip flexor. Exhale, come on back. Long spine. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step the foot back. Let's find our first vinyasa here. Coming to a plank on the toes or the knees with Justin. Rock the shoulders forward. Chaturanga, lowering all the way or halfway. Baby cobra or up dog, chest lifts, shoulder blade squeeze. Exhale, brace the belly, push back up to our tabletop. Let's give that a go on the other side. Right leg lifts. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Squeeze the heel in close as you step the foot through the gap. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hips drop down. Hands go wherever you would like. Inhale, lengthen through the spine here. And then exhale, half split. Hips go back. Nice stretch through the back of the leg. Two more with your breath. I like to float my hands here, bringing some movement into the upper body. into the shoulders. Inhale, reach tall to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands down. Tuck left toes, lift the knees, step back to your plank. Let's take our second vinyasa. I'm going for an up dog. You going to stay with Cobra, Justin?
Yep.
Nice. So up dog, we untuck the toes, lift the thighs, squeezing the glutes. Hips go high, we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out your dog, inviting some movement in here. Lifting the hips nice and high. Active hands clawing into the mat to distribute the weight. And thinking of chest towards the thighs. When you're ready, lower the knees down. We're going to do some extra love for our hips by playing with our 90-90. So take the feet a little wider than the hips. We're just going to fold the knees to one side and the other. You can stay with hands down with Justin or with me floating the hands, taking the knees to the left, keeping the chest tall, and then folding them to the right. Side to side in your own time. Hands are lifted. A little more work through those hips here. Working with what feels good today. And if you start scooching forward on your mat, you can always come back when you're ready. Now we're going to add an optional hip lift. So next time you come over to the left, either join me in a shin box lifting the hips or with Justin with hands to the floor. Land with control, fold legs to the left. Finding your lift, pressing into the floor, little squeeze of the glutes to open the front of the hips. A few more in your own time. Just working with that level that feels good for you today. No need to push anything. We'll go one more on either side. It's feeling good. I feel like my hips definitely need this today. Next time you come towards the front of your mat, we're going to find a forward fold. So walking the feet in, releasing the head, knees can bend as generously as you'd like here, releasing the crown to the floor. Maybe you grab opposite forearms, take a little sway side to side. And let's find our Malasana pose or yogi squat. Heel toeing the feet, maybe toes spill off your mat, and then dropping the hips down. So we've got different options here. Maybe the heels come down, maybe the heels stay lifted, maybe you stay up a little taller with forearms to thighs like Justin. Let's find our squat to forward fold. So lift the chest here, press arms into the legs, inhale long spine, and then exhale, send the hips high, maybe hands touch to the floor. Inhale, drop the hips, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold forward. One more time. Heel toe the feet together, return to your forward fold. Hands slide up shins. Let's inhale to a flat back and hold for a few breaths here. Shoulders down, core braced. Now this is actually really great for our hip mobility. We're getting a big stretch through that posterior hip capsule through the back here. One more inhale. Exhale to forward fold. We're going to come all the way up, roll to rise. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, float the hands to the sides, mountain pose. We're going to do one round of our modified sun salutation C, adding in or playing with our low lunge. There's going to be 3 vinyasas. You can take all of them, none of them, as many as you'd like. So finding your mountain at the front of your mat, feet together or hip width apart, opening the palms, rolling the shoulders down and back. Let's flow. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold, hands to earth. Step back to your plank here as Vinyasa 1. Taking your flow. Maybe inhale, rock shoulders forward. And then exhale, lower, elbows hug towards the ribs. Inhale to heart opener. Exhale, hips high. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right knee between the right foot, between the hands. Exhale, lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Inhale, hands to sky, reach tall. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Tuck left toes, lift the knees, step back to plank. Vinyasa 2, yours to take or yours to leave. Just bringing a little heat into the body. Downward facing dog, we meet. Left foot steps forward this time. Lift high on the right foot to give you space to land the foot and then drop the right knee. Inhale, hands to sky. Maybe heart starts to open. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck toes, lift the knees, step back. Vinyasa 3. You going to take it, Justin?
Regular.
Regular, okay. He sounded very serious there. Here we go. Vinyasas are serious business. Hips go high. All right, 3 breaths in our down dog. You can walk it out. You can hold still and breathe. Getting heavy through the heels. They don't have to touch the ground. Mine don't all the time. It's just that intention to lengthen the backs of the legs. All right, come high on the tippy toes. Gaze between the hands. Step, jump, or float to the front of your mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lift to flat back. Exhale to fold. Roll up, inhale, rise all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands to the side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Give it a little shake. Going to move into our active hip flow. So challenging our hip strength, stability, and balance as we transition between a few different shapes. And we're going to start off with everyone's favorite, Vrikshasana, or tree pose. So standing tall, hands can come to the heart, center, Anjali Mudra. Left foot presses down, right foot can come to ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Now we want to focus on our hips here. So can you squeeze the glutes to start opening the hips? Left foot presses down. Maybe you need to find a spot to focus on to help with your balance. Steady breath. And we're going to find 3 curtsy lunges. So, next inhale, release the right leg, sweep it behind you, crossing the midline. Exhale, curtsy lunge, lower down. Inhale, up and around, back to tree pose. Exhale, maybe the hand helps to find your tree. Inhale, sweep the right leg down and back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come on up. Tree pose. Hold for the exhale. One more time. Inhale, circle, right leg around. Exhale, land in your curtsy lunge. New move, stalk pose. Inhale, right knee to chest. Hold here, and then exhale, shoot the leg long behind you. High lunge. Feet on railroad tracks. Option to go low lunge with Justin. Inhale, hands reach to sky. Exhale, twist, right hand forward, left hand back. Reverse, flip the front palm. Inhale, reach up, C-shaping spine. Exhale, right hand drops inside the left foot. Revolve the heart. Now you may use a block here to elevate the hand to bring the ground a little higher to you. Let's flow between these shapes. Strong press into the left foot. Inhale, coming up, reversing your twisted lunge. Exhale, land the hand with control. Super smooth for the last one. Here we go. Breathing in. And breathing out. Nice. Warrior 2. Drop the right heel, cartwheel the hands open, and sink nice and low into your warrior here. Stacking knee over ankle. Right leg is straight and strong. Flip the palm. Inhale, reach tall, straightening right leg. Exhale, warrior 2. 2 more. Inhale. Maybe getting a little lower. Exhale. With each warrior. Inhale, hands to sky. Turn the feet out on the 45. Exhale, Skandasana into the right side. Again, you've got options here. Forearm to thigh with Justin. Maybe heel lifted or lowered. We're opening the hips. Beautiful work for those adductors. Staying low, find arrowhead at the front of your mat. Pivot all the toes to face the front. Reach through the crown. Hand sweep behind. Inhale here. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, sweep the hands forward. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Active pigeon pose. So drop the left knee behind the left wrist. You've got the option to find 90-90 with Justin here too. We want to make this pigeon active. So press through the knees, the feet into the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge and fold forward, maybe staying light on fingertips. Inhale to lift. Opening the heart. Exhale, lean and reach. One more time. folding forward. Hands come under the shoulders. Tuck right toes, lift the knees, step back to downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa here. I'm going to take it. How are you feeling, Justin?
Oh, I'm going to stay in my down.
You're going to stay in your down dog? Great option. We're almost done on this side. Let's finish off. Right leg lifts. Inhale, three-legged dog, extending long behind you. Exhale, bend knee, open the hips. Nice squeeze of the glutes. Inhale, draw the heel closer towards the butt. And then exhale, think knee to nose, step the foot forward, lunge. Get soft on that back knee, hop it in to find your forward fold. Release the head. Inhale, flat back, press into feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, hands to sky. Exhale, hands come down the midline. Tree pose on the left side. So find your version of tree on this side. Maybe taking a different arm variation. So you can cactus the arms or reach to the sky. Squeezing the foot into the right leg, leg into the right foot for a little activation here. Let's flow. Left leg reaches back. Inhale, chest tall. Exhale, curtsy lunge lower. Inhale, take it up and around. Exhale, hold your tree. Inhale, reach. Exhale to lower. Let's go one more time. Inhale, up and around. Holding on the exhale. Inhale, circle around. Exhale, lower down. Remember, stalk pose. Inhale, left knee to chest. Draw the ribs down. Stay tall. Exhale, reach the leg long behind. High lunge or low lunge. Next, inhale, hands reach to sky. And then exhale, twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Flip the palm, reverse your twist. Inhale, exhale, drop the left hand inside the right foot, keeping the shoulders stacked. Big brace of the core. Inhale, come up and back. Exhale. It's okay if we wobble here. Challenging transition. One more time. Inhale, up. Reach. Exhale. Come on down. Hands frame the foot. Drop the left heel. Cartwheel 2. Virabhadrasana. Our warrior 2 here on the side. Make sure that we're not leaning too far forward or back. Long neutral spine. Flip the palm. Inhale, right leg reaches, hands to sky. Exhale, sink into your warrior. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, hands reach up. Take the heels in. Exhale, Skandasana on the left side. Now maybe you need a little something different here. This side, a little more spacious. Or maybe like me, it's a little harder on this side. So I've got a slight lift of my heel. All learning, all on the journey. All right, maybe you stay low. You can use your hands or no hands. Arrowhead to the front of your mat. Reach through the crown. Turn all the toes to face the front. Inhale here. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach the hands forward. Exhale, plant the hands on your mat. Here we go, pigeon or 90-90. Right knee comes down. Finding that active pigeon. You know where we're going. Let's use our breath. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. 2 more. Breathing in, come on up. Exhale down, maybe closing your eyes, getting curious about the sensations. Breathe in to rise. Exhale, come on down. Hands below shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tuck left toes, lift the knees, step back to downward facing dog. Vinyasa, your choice. I'm going to take it. Rolling into plank. Little reset for the body. Lowering with control. Heart opens. Hips go high, downward facing dog. Let's finish on this side. Left leg lifts. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend knee, open hips. Inhale here. Exhale, softly land left foot to the front of your mat. Get buoyant in that back knee. Find a little hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Come all the way up. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands down the midline. Just going to take a little moment to pause here. So maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes. And just noticing the sensations in the body. Maybe how the breath is moving through you in this moment. Maybe it's the heart beating. And eventually you can flutter the eyes open, give it a little shake. So that's our sequence. We're going to go through the same sequence, adding some extra options for those who are wanting a little more spice in their practice today. Let's return to mountain. Hands come to heart center. Nice roll of the shoulders. So you can find your tree pose with Justin or join me for a single leg chair pose. So right leg lifts. I'm going to cross my ankle across the left thigh and then sink my hips down and back. Whichever version we're in, we're prioritizing that long spine. Let's move between our curtsy lunges. Inhale, lift and circle the leg behind. Exhale, lowering with control. Inhale, come on up. Maybe with hands or without hands. Exhale into your balance of choice. Inhale, come around. You know where we're going. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, hips open. One final time. Inhale, we're reaching down and back. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, knee to chest, stalk pose. Hold for the exhale, a little more fire. We extend the right foot, drawing the toes back. Now, often we want to lean back here because it makes it easier. Can you draw the ribs down, reach tall through the crown? Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, warrior three. Start to kick the leg behind you, having a little play. We want this leg to be strong to counterbalance our torso. Squaring hips and chest to the ground. How far can you reach back? And we're going to touch down softly. Ready? Here we go. I almost lost my balance. Inhale, hands to sky, high lunge. Exhale, right hand reaches forward to twist. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, right hand lands inside. Left foot. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, up. Reverse, twist. Exhale. That's the point of this, is to challenge our balance here. 1 more time. We don't have to be perfect. Hands come down. Drop the right heel, warrior 2. Inhale, cartwheel the hands open. Exhale, get nice and low. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior here. Exhale, extended side angle. So forearm to thigh or hand lands inside the foot. Now you can reach your right hand to the sky or join Justin reaching to the wall. Press through the right foot. Inhale, hands to sky, heels in. Skandasana to the right. Choose your adventure. Inhale, arrowhead to the front, pivot. Reach through the crown, hold for the exhale. Super spicy for that glute. Inhale, hands reach forward. Exhale, hands come down. Pigeon or 90-90. Drop the left knee, maybe reaching right leg long behind you. Now, depending how the last one felt, you can always float the hands this time. Inhale, reach through the crown. Exhale, lean. Maybe fingertips just hovering in case you need them. Inhale to lift and rise. Exhale to lower. Active work for those hips. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Beautiful. Hands touch down if they're not already. Inhale, up. Tuck right toes, lift the knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go. You know the drill. Flow it out with the vinyasa. Stay in downward facing dog. Or of course, child's pose is always there if you need a little reprieve. Let's finish on this side. Right leg lifts. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. I'm really focusing on squaring my shoulders. Inhale, hips open. Exhale, right foot lands outside right hand. We're going back to our squat. Hop the left foot outside the left hand and sink the hips down here. Maybe noticing if this feels different than when we came into the shape at the beginning of our practice. Maybe a little more space or maybe not. Hips go high when you're ready. Heel toe the feet in to find your forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, release and fold. Come all the way up. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands down the midline. One more side to go. Here we go, tree or single leg chair pose. Left leg lifts, finding your shape. Ekapada Utkatasana, single leg intense or fierce pose, or good old Vrikshasana with Justin. We know the drill, 3 curtsy lunges. Here we go. Inhale to circle, squaring the hips. Exhale, drop low. Inhale, come up and over. No worries if you need to use your hands to help. Exhale, sink into the pose. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Here we go. Inhale up and around. Exhale down. Let's find our stork pose. Inhale, left knee to chest. Hold for the exhale. If you want it, you can extend the leg forward. Beautiful strengthening for our quads and those hip flexors here. One more inhale. We're going to exhale, bend the knee if it's straight. Inhale, left knee lifts a little taller. Exhale, warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Here we go, kick the leg, active press, flexing the foot, trying to take your heel to the wall behind you. If we get super relaxed with this leg, it makes it actually harder. So be strong, reach the leg, and then slowly let's find our high lunge, touchdown. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, twist, left hand forward, right hand back. Flip the palm in reverse. Inhale. Exhale, twisted runner's lunge. Hand comes down, right hand to sky. 2 more here. Flowing with your breath. And if you're struggling with your balance, try and scissor the legs, squeezing the feet together for a little more stability. Don't know if that helped me there. Here we go. Is that 3?
Yep.
Here we go. Drop the right hand down. Step the back heel down. Warrior 2 to the back. Beautiful. Nice and low. Flip the palm. Reverse your warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. Extended side angle. Utthita Pasvakonasana. Forearm to thigh or hand drops to the floor. Revolve the chest. Inhale here. Soften on the exhale. Inhale. Strong right foot. Press up. Tag the heels in. Exhale, Skandasana to the left side. Drop the hips. Stay for a breath. Arrowhead to the front of your mat. I'm staying super low, reaching through the crown. Active fingers reach behind. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot presses down. Feel the glutes. Here we go, Justin. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, hands come down. Right knee behind the wrist, pigeon or 90-90. Your choice, making this active, or maybe you're needing a little more softness. Breathe in, length to the spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. I'm going to float the fingertips. 2 more. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. One more time. Exhale. Here we go. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, maybe tucking left toes. Exhale, step it back to our downward facing dog. Final call, last vinyasa. Yours to take or yours to leave. I'm going to flow it out. Let's finish off on this side. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend knee, open hips. Inhale here. Exhale, step outside the left hand. Hop the right foot in, outside the right hand. Find your malasana, your squat. We're going to spend a little moment here. So if you want to work a little more into the hips, you can rock side to side, maybe finding some twists, pressing arm into the leg to open the chest. One way and the other. If you want one last cheeky little bit of fire, you can join me for our kakasana or our crow pose. Hands come to the floor, walk the feet close, knees land high on the backs of the arms. Squeeze the elbows in, press the ground away, shoulder blades separate. Maybe one foot floats, feeling that weight, spreading the fingers. Maybe the other, or maybe both of them lift, and you take a little flight in your crow pose. Bracing, scooping the belly, driving the knees into the arms, heels close to the glutes. Eventually touch down, return to your malasana. If Feels like enough active hip work for me. Let's come onto our backs and start to slow things down. So we're going to grab the backs of the legs and take a little rock and roll up and down the spine. Really nice for a little massage. And then before we come onto our backs, let's find a nice seated twist. So we're going to start by taking the left leg long. Right foot can rest on the inner thigh. Maybe you stay here with Justin. You can also take the right foot to the outer thigh if you want a little more through the hips. And then option to bend that left leg, taking the heel into the glutes. Both sit bones touch down. When you're ready, hug that right leg with the left arm, revolving the chest in your twist. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you bind the elbow beyond the thigh. Whichever option you're taking, relax the shoulders. Feel those contacts with the ground. Breathe length into the spine. Exhale, looking over that right shoulder. Beautiful ringing out of the spine here. Last couple of breaths. Can you start to slow it down? Let's come back through center. And we'll find the same pose on the other side. So right leg reaches long, left foot inner thigh, outer thigh, and then option to bend that right leg. Here we go. Give yourself a hug because you know what? You deserve it. Revolve to the left. Grounding that left sit bone down. Maybe feeling some outer hip, some gluteus medius. I'm definitely feeling mine here. Left shoulder heavy. Each inhale, an opportunity to lengthen. Each exhale to revolve and twist. Come back to the front of your mat. Unwrap your little pretzel. Let's make our way onto our backs. Maybe you take the hands wide, feet wide, and find a few windshield wipers here to just check in. See how the hips are feeling after all that active work. How are yours feeling, Justin?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
A little stronger, a little more spacious. So we're going to find a reclined pigeon pose here. Let's start with the right side. So crossing the right ankle over the left knee, opening the hips. You're welcome to stay here. Maybe you press that knee away. Or if you want, you can bind by grabbing the back of the leg or the knee to draw that right shin bone a little closer to the body. Now, if you feel like you're really curling up here, just back off a little so you can allow head and shoulders to rest into the floor. Sometimes less is more. In the asana, the pose, it's just an invitation. You can't demand that space opens up in the hips. You find a shape, invite it to open up. Use the breath, and maybe yesterday, maybe no. We just work with where we're at. Let's stay for one more breath. Inhale. Hold for the exhale. And come on out, we'll swap over to the other side. Nice feeling supported by the ground here. Find your figure four, choose your adventure here. Where do you want to go on this side? Most of us are asymmetrical, so again, we don't have to resist that. We can just work with where each side is at. Connecting in with our breath. Steady inhale and exhale. When you feel ready, you can release out of the shape. Let's find happy baby, Ananda Balasana. So I like to start by thinking soles of the feet up to the sky, and then hugging the knees towards the shoulders, prioritizing keeping my tailbone shoulders on the ground. So you can grab the backs of the legs with Justin, maybe you're reaching towards the ankles or even the feet. And then here, make your happy baby super happy. And you can rock side to side. Maybe you explore straightening and lengthening one leg, the other leg, maybe both legs. No other word makes me feel more Kiwi than the way I say legs. Now, you've got a choice here. If you want, you can pause the video and come into a Shavasana or take any final shapes, movements that your body needs. Otherwise, we'll grab the backs of the legs, take a little rock and roll up and down our mats, trying to allow each vertebrae to make contact. And then coming into a seat at the top of your mat. We're going to take 3 shared breaths here to close our practice. You're welcome to sit on a block, a pillow, anything you like here. Hands rest wherever is comfortable. Maybe you soften the gaze or close the eyes. Exhaling all the air out. Inhale through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, letting something go. Hands reach to sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands kiss down the midline, resting at the heart center. Anjali Mudra. You can tuck the chin, bow the head forward. A moment to thank yourself for taking this time out of your day to move, to breathe, to connect into your hips. And hopefully invite a bit of space where you need it. The eyes are closed, gently fluttering them open whenever you're ready. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Mate wa whānau.